Hey everybody, it's Dr. Joe, and I've got Supergirl with me. Today I'm going to show you some stretches and exercises for snapping hip syndrome. So let's get started. Disclaimer alert, disclaimer alert. So snapping hip syndrome, which is technically Iliopsoas Tendonitis or dancer's hip, is basically when you go from hip flexion to hip extension, you get a snapping feeling in your hip. And a lot of times it's very uncomfortable and painful. So a lot of stretches and exercises will hopefully help that. So let's start off with some stretches. We'll start off with a quad stretch first. You can stretch it a whole bunch of different ways, but I'm going to stretch it in the lunge position today. The side you want to stretch should be down on the ground. If you are not on something like carpet or a yoga mat, make sure you put a pillow underneath your knee just to protect that joint. Put your front foot a little bit further out in front of you to give you some balance, and then take your back foot and pull it up towards your bottom. So you want the heel to go towards your bottom, and try and keep your upper body fairly upright. Some people go like this, but you're taking away from the stretch a little bit. So you want to kind of take your hips and push them forward almost into a tilt, and you'll feel a nice stretch through that quad area right there. So hold that stretch for about 30 seconds and do that 3 times. Then if you just want to stay in the same position, go into a hamstring stretch by then putting your foot out in front of you. Just prop it up on your heel. Try and keep your knee locked out and straight. Keep your back straight and your hips forward, and just lean at your hips until you feel a stretch in those hamstrings. If you pull up your toes, that helps that stretch a little bit. If that's too much, you can relax them, but if you can pull them up, that's going to get a nice stretch through there and then engage the calf muscles as well. So holding that again for 30 seconds, then relaxing and doing that 3 times. Then you want to stretch your glute muscles, and the easiest way to do that is a figure 4 stretch. So take the side that you want to stretch and cross it over. And it's called a figure 4 because if you look down, your leg almost makes a figure 4. So the ankle is on the thigh part of the knee, not actually on the knee, but just slightly in front of it so you don't put pressure on that joint. Keep your back straight and then just lean forward. You should feel a stretch right in that bottom area right there, and just pull yourself forward. You can go this way, you can bring your arms up this way, whatever is comfortable for you, but really until you feel a stretch right in that bottom area. And again, holding it for 30 seconds, relaxing, and doing that 3 times. Then you also want to stretch out your IT band. So I like using a foam roller. Some people just like doing a standing stretch for the IT band. I feel like the foam roller really gets into that area and loosens everything up. So just place the leg you want to stretch outside on the ground on the roll. You can start up at your hip and go all the way down to your knee, or you can start off and try and find those spots. And once you get on a spot that's tender, you can just hold it there and let it relax out, or you can continuously roll it a little bit. But usually, if it doesn't hurt, that means that your IT band is pretty loose. But when you feel that, ooh, you get a spot, like right there, I got a spot, that's probably where those tight spots are, and you want to focus a little bit more on those spots. So you can just do this for a minute, just kind of rolling it out and getting all those spots, and you can go all the way up and down if you want to. So now that you got everything stretched out, you're going to do some exercises. So now you're going to get on all fours in that quadruped position. Try and keep your shoulders down where your hands are lined up. So you're not out this way, not way over, but pretty close to up and down. Take your leg and bring it out with your knee bent and just kick up. So your foot's going towards the ceiling. And so that's working those glute muscles. You don't have to go super high. You'll feel those muscles working with just a little kick. So again, start off with maybe 10 of those and then work your way up to 20 to 25. And then the last exercise, you're going to lie down on your side. The bottom leg can be bent just a little bit. The top leg, you want it to be nice and straight, kind of in alignment with your body. Your toes are going to be pulled up and pointing forward. So when you lift your leg up, you almost want to lead with your heels. Sometimes people lead with their toes, but then that's changing the exercise. You also want your hips upright, almost perpendicular to the floor. So when you lift up your leg, heel first and slightly back just a little bit. So again, you don't have to go super high, but you want to control that movement. Go slow and control. You don't want to go fast, because then that's not going to actually work the muscles. That's just going to use momentum. But nice and slow and controlled. So again, just starting off with 10 and work your way up to 20 to 25. So those are your stretches and exercises for snapping hip syndrome. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. If you'd like to check out some other videos, go to AskDoctorJo.com. Don't forget to like us. And remember, be safe, have fun, and I hope you feel better soon.